Finally, there are some transfer rumours again for Wolves. A terrible weekend for Wolves, losing that game against Arsenal, which we should have probably got something from, especially them having 10 men. And then Leicester beating Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium dropped us back into that dreaded bottom three. And it was just a terrible weekend, wasn't it? A lot of chance at Fosun, I've discussed on previous videos, my last two. But we're back in for Kevin Danso. That's the reports. John Percy was the first one I saw to break this. £16 million deal. And then Liam Keane followed up not long later, saying that it should be done in the next week. That's what the Fosun are hoping to do. And if you remember, when you go back to the beginning of January, Kevin Danso was our number one target, centre-back target. Didn't work out. Reportedly, he rejected the move, which don't make a lot of sense if we're going back in for him. Maybe he weren't happy with the money offered, I don't know. So this is a very strange one to take a U-turn and for us to go back for him, because as Agbadou showed against Arsenal, having a fresh face in that back line, and he was brilliant, wasn't he? So if we can get another player in like him, which you'd assume Danso is like that, you know, he's a big bloke, 6'3". He's made over 100 appearances for Lens in their league. So yeah, I really hope this happens. And 16 million, so it's around the similar sort of price. It just begs the question: why didn't Fosun just get this done earlier? And why didn't we get him in the summer? Because we were reportedly inquiring about him in the summer, but we all know how that worked out and don't want to go over old ground. So please let this be true, because we need this. Our defence is looking weak. Look, I like Santi Bueno, but at times he can be a bit weak for me. He's good in the air. He's good with the ball at his feet, I think, sometimes. But when you see Agbadou next to him, the difference in physicality, we need another big, strong centre-half. And obviously, Toti Gomez is back from injury, but not 100%. And we can't keep relying on Matt Doherty if we want to survive. So news is good on this one. I think it's looking really positive. When Percy does it, a lot of the time they happen. They do. So I think this could happen in the next few days. Maybe at the end of the week, this one will be announced. Definitely before the 3rd of February, hopefully. And another story, this one is a bit of a surprise. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, the former Saints, Arsenal and Liverpool Premier League player, and of course England, very promising when he first came on the scene, wasn't he? A big name. Was getting in the English squad quite a lot back in the early, like around 2013-14. He was one of the stars of the 2014 World Cup. But he's had a lot of injuries. He went to Besiktas. He's been there like a season and a half now. He got a really bad injury on the 21st of December 2023, tearing a muscle in his thigh. And then when he eventually had to come back, their ex-manager Van Bronckhorst actually froze him out the squad. But their new manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's took over at Besiktas, is keen for him to be to give him a chance. He's only made 6 appearances this season. I think he scored the 1 goal. And apparently us, Leicester and a couple of other Premier League teams are interested in signing him. When you look at a signing like this, I think we need a centre forward, a number 9, don't we really? In terms of positions, obviously early on in his career, Oxlade-Chamberlain, he'd play on the wings, right or left wing, quick lad. But as he's got older in his career and it hit later stages, now he's in his 30s obviously, he predominantly plays centre midfield, and that's obviously a position Wolves do need to bolster, with Lamina looking like he's not going to be in favour. So that'd be interesting. But he could also cover on the wide forward areas for Cunha or Guedes maybe. But yeah, centre midfield or attacking midfield would be his main position. So that's probably another reason why we're looking at him to bring him in, because that's an area we do need to bolster. 31 years of age, you look at that and you think he should be in his prime. But there's a reason why he's playing over in Besiktas. Like I mentioned, his injuries have really caught up with him. He's not the player he was 6 or 7 years ago. He's just not. And this could be another Jermaine Pennant. Remember when we got Jermaine Pennant? He's that sort of mould of player, isn't he? He's probably had a bit of a better career than Jermaine Pennant did. Yeah, I don't know, big name. And he seems like a nice enough lad, doesn't he? I think he'd commit 100% to it, have another chance in the Premier League. I don't know if this one would go down well, though. And who would he pick out of Leicester and Wolves? Well, Leicester are above Wolves now, so would he pick them? But I think he knows he'd probably get a guaranteed start in game time at Wolves. So interested. Out of the two, I think obviously the Danso is much more likely to happen. And let's hope over the next week we get a lot more rumours like this. It is, just got to mention, it is the Sun that are reporting the Oxlade-Chamberlain one. That's why I'm saying pinch of salt, because sometimes journalists just you know, invent things. But yeah, comment your thoughts down below. What do you think of the Danso move? What, in rejecting us apparently, and now we could be signing him? Interesting. And at least Fosun, Jeff, Matt Hobbs seems like they've got to kick up the arse after the weekend. They think, right, we've got to do something in this last week, as we are going down. And what do you think of Oxlade-Chamberlain? Comment your thoughts down below. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I'm like 40 off 7,000 subscribers now, so I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next video. Have a nice week, everyone.